from. Really it is. Motherfuckers don't always tell you the shit that had they people worried. Because cancer ain't just something that you go through. Your family go through it too. Yeah. And motherfuckers don't be wanting their family to be worried. So when I said to you, because you would ask me, Corey, what's up? You good? I knew you ain't figured it out. I knew you didn't know what I was saying when I was saying I'm good.
And he just further exposed the fact that this dude he has female tendencies. Like, that's not even me trying to be disrespectful or clowning. Like, he really has female tendencies because men, we don't expect other men to be mind readers. Okay? We don't expect people in general to be mind readers. That's female shit. Women expect you to know what the fuck they want to eat. When you say, baby, I'm about to go grab some McDonald's. What do you want to eat? Women expect you to know what the fuck they want to eat. Just like this nigga expected Zoe to know what the fuck he meant by I'm good and I don't need the money. If you needed the money, nigga, you should have said you needed the money like a man and stood on it like you claim you stand on this shit that you... And I stand on every motherfucking thing I say. Well, nigga, you should have stood on the fact that you ain't need the money. How the fuck you stand on everything you say and then turn around and say, I knew Zoe didn't get what I meant. I knew he didn't get it. No, because Zoe's not a fucking mind reader. Say what you mean and mean what you say, my nigga. That ain't no alpha male shit. You love to talk all this alpha male versus beta male shit. Well, an alpha male would have said, yeah, nigga, I'm going to need mine. Yeah, nigga, I'm going to need all mine. When you going to have it? Oh, okay, cool.
And I take responsibility for that too. But
you should.
A nigga like me, I got niggas calling me. Niggas love me. Corey, what's up, man?
Niggas love me.
I'm good. And the reason I say it's good, because I really felt it was good. Like, motherfuckers be worried about you when you get in an argument and shit. So your guys call you and they be like, man, what's...
If it was really good, then what the fuck did you bring it up for to begin with? This nigga is one of the biggest flip-floppers that I've ever seen. How is it good in your... Y'all had a whole fallout about it. Get out of here.
What's up, you straight?
Yeah.
I always said I'm straight because I never felt like it was nothing. Thanks to God, I have never ran across anything since I moved out here to LA that I can't handle. So I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed when Zoe didn't stand up, but coming dropping off some money and saying not saying nothing, that's stand up too. God, that's stand up.
Which contradicts what he said already, because if it was about the lawyer situation, there's nothing Zoe can do to change that. That shit is dead. That shit already happened. He can't change what he didn't do with the lawyer. And if that was what it was about and not about the money, then how is dropping off the money some stand-up shit? If it wasn't about the money to begin with. It should always be like, Zoe got to forever take an L in that situation because you went about it like a sucker. If you claim it was just about the lawyer, so that shows you how he's flip-flopping.
But I wish he would have stayed.
Yeah.
So we could have did this on air.
Yeah.
I wish he would have stayed. If you're going to do some shit like that, that's...
We know you wish he would have stayed, my nigga. We been knew you wish he would have stayed. We knew you wish he would have stayed toward the end of the episode where you started going in on him, and then you started backtracking, and you started trying to clean it up, and you started trying to, give the narcissistic apology. See, the narcissistic apology is basically, I'm going to do and say everything except I'm sorry, and I apologize, can you forgive me? But I'm going to let you know, if you're willing to let go of all the disrespectful shit that I said, then we can keep pushing. That's his form of apology.
It's respectable, and I promise you, it ain't the motherfucking money. Anybody who know me know I ain't tripping on no motherfucking money. Zoe, I done made motherfucking whoop-de-woo since we did that motherfucking Got a Lick shirt. I can't say what we made because them people watching, goddammit, you know what I'm saying?
So if it wasn't about the money to begin with, then you just further expose the fact that you a sucker-ass nigga for making it about the money, because now it's not about the money. And this is that narcissistic manipulative shit. Because in the mind of a narcissist, or at least Corey's type of narcissist, they feel like they can control every narrative. They feel like they can, okay, if I fuck up here, I can just talk my way out of it and reshape and reframe the narrative to make myself look good or to make myself look better than I really look. And he's basically saying that all the tens and thousands of people that saw that episode, we're too dumb to see that he was making it about the money. See, we're all mistaken. Even his stands that was in my goddamn comment section talking about, well, where the 20 racks? What Corey 20 racks at? Even his stands was mistaken. So we all crazy. All of our critical analysis skills is fucked up, and all of our perception skills is fucked up, and we didn't see what we thought we saw. You see? So who you gonna believe? Me or your lying ass eyes? Let's get it.
But all this shit squared up. I never trip off shit. Like, I trip off disrespect. And
Shraggy? You trip off disrespect, but you the most disrespectful nigga on the show. You trip off disrespect, but you disrespected that man into oblivion. And you had this man elbows tingling and glowing with how disrespectful you was, but you trip off disrespect. Stop it. Like this, he's really exposing himself. Like, this is crazy.
even though I feel like Zoe is very intelligent when it comes to retaining shit that he read, it's things about Zoe, as I think about it, in retrospect, if that's the word, that I'm like, okay, he good in this area, but he don't know shit about this area. And because I know that, it's my responsibility to try to explain that to him if I feel like he don't know that. Yeah. Which is...
Nigga, that's you, my nigga. You're good in comedy, but you ain't really good in shit outside of comedy. At least when it comes to, you know, intelligence and being articulate and elaborating on shit and having something profound to say or to lend to the conversation, you ain't good at that. You're phenomenal on stage, but it's safe to say you suck in all other areas of life that I've seen. Based off of what I know about you being a parent, you suck as a father. Based off of what it seems like you suck on pertaining to everything outside of comedy. So you should have glossed over that shit too. Let's get it.
What I was gonna do today with the podium, I wasn't gonna come up there with the whole mad shit no more, because I watched Joe's show where he was talking, and I was like, this motherfucker really don't get it. Because like the first thing that started, you was like, why do you think?
Yeah, he really didn't get it because you went about it like a bitch and you didn't just tell the nigga what it was. See, Zoe is a man, so he's assuming, you know, especially considering you talk about that alpha male shit, he's assuming you're a man. So he's assuming that you mean what you say and you say what you mean and you stand on the every thing that you say like you claim. But that's not reality. That's a facade. That's an image. That's a costume that you put on, you know, to keep a certain image of yourself. But in reality, you're very effeminate. So yes, Zoe didn't get it because you wasn't the alpha male that you claim to be, and just say what you mean and mean what you say.
He mad, and he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, you don't know? You just said that the lawyer told you leave that nigga hanging. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't no good feeling when you work with somebody for a long time and you feel like some lawyer or somebody else can give you advice about leaving your people hanging. I ain't gonna leave you hanging if I'm with you, because I ain't scared to tell any motherfucker in no courtroom anywhere else. Look, motherfucker, this is how it motherfucking go. This is my man. We got in a fight. We gonna square it away. Yeah.
Well, like I said, in the streets, which is what this nigga loves to pride himself on, in the hood, in the streets, which is what he prides himself on, niggas duck legal situations. Yeah, niggas ain't gonna, I need to talk to, yeah, let me make sure I call the look. No, that's not how it goes. See, in the hood and in the streets, which is what the streets, that's who come to see me. The hood, that's who come to see me. Them niggas, they will let their partner go to prison behind some shit that they did. Yeah, that's how it go in the streets. It's niggas, my son did what, 8, 9, 10 years behind a crime that he did not even commit and he knew who did it. But he wouldn't snitch. You see, that shit happens in the streets all the time. Niggas do prison time behind shit that they did not do, behind shit that they homeboy did. And you talk all this street shit, but you was so butthurt that he ducked the lawyer and you had to pay 20 right, whatever. So quit talking all that street shit. You ain't got I water the crowd with as it pertains to that street shit, my nigga. And I don't know why no real street nigga would even associate with a nigga like this, because you've shown that you will snitch. You can't even not tell on your partners that cheat on their wives and girlfriends and shit. You had to expose Grady for cheating on his wife or whatever because he was lying. So it's safe to say that if the cops had us in the goddamn back room questioning us about whatever, it's safe to say that if I start lying, you're going to be like, nigga, tell them about them 2 keys you just sold. No, this nigga's lying. He just sold 2 bricks. I saw him. I was with him. So get out of here, my nigga. Let's get it.
I don't go by the laws of the land. I don't believe in that shit, but it is a whole bunch of shit that get blown out of proportion when motherfuckers don't speak up. But when Zoe, I tell you, I know you watching, when you motherfucker was talking some shit about that other nigga, and you had motherfucking get right with me, I was mad to the motherfucker. Like,
now, what do you mean by, and you hadn't got right with me? Because there's, like I said, pertaining the lawyer situation, which is what you are now claiming it's about, there's nothing that he could do to get right with you. That shit is dead. Now, he just admit that he was just lying, talking about, it ain't even about the money. It wasn't about the money. Because that's what he means by, and you ain't got right with me. He meant paying me back for the lawyer, or paying me back them legal fees. So he just exposed the fact that he just lied and said it wasn't about the money. Because paying him the money, Zoe paying him the money was the only way he could get right with him. What other way was there for him to get right? The lawyer shit is dead. That case is closed, bro. There's nothing Zoe could do to get right except pay you back the money. So again, this nigga just keep exposing himself. And it's sad that a 52-year-old man is not sharp enough to see what he's doing to himself. It's sad. Let's get it.
What you talking about this nigga? And you ain't motherfucking do right by me. Right. So, I mean, like, y'all could say something about it if y'all want to, because I want y'all to say something.
We gonna do it.
For counseling. I'm open for conversation, opinions, and all that. That's why I got y'all on there in the chat room, motherfuckers. Y'all say what y'all say, because I listen to y'all, too. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy, my nigga. Please, listen to me. Take. I'll solve all your problems, nigga, I swear. Just listen to me.
I don't know. I feel like me and you are very similar. We think alike. And Zoe is like very analytical, numbers driven, information driven. So I think when you have people who...
And Craig, I don't want to be disrespectful to Craig. I ain't trying to go in on Craig, but that shit was pitiful. I ain't gonna do the song. I seen the little song segment, and that shit was pretty pitiful, Craig. Like, this man paid this man 10 stacks back, and you did that whack ass song with this nigga. That shit was horrible, bro. Horrible.
With for real. You can't depend on the system. You have to have the courage to go there and make that shit right with the person. I could have been called Zoe. The reason I didn't call Zoe is because of what happened with the other dude, Grady. When I was on that phone call shit, and all I did was make a fool out of myself trying to call a motherfucker, and the motherfucker laughing at my phone calls like I'm some hoe ass nigga trying to motherfucking act like I'm doing this for a haircut. That shit got under my skin, and it affected me wanting to call anybody. Yep.
See, now he's nigga-splaining why he ain't did what he should have did to make it right. See, now he's trying to justify not calling Zoe and apologizing, because now he knows he don't have I water the crowd with as it pertains to this situation with Zoe. So instead of apologizing, he's gonna explain why he ain't called Zoe. He's gonna explain the fact that he could have just explained to Zoe what it really was. He's going to do everything except apologize to make it right. So pay attention to that. He's trying to, like he said, Zoe, I know you watching this. He's trying to get Zoe to see that, I really want to mend things and I could have handled things better, but this is why I didn't handle things better. This is why I didn't call you. This is where I was coming from when I said I didn't need the money. So it is ridiculous. Let's get it.
I'm calling these motherfuckers. I'm trying to splash it up. I'm the man. Right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So I'm thinking,
I'm the man. So basically, I'm too big to call these niggas and rectify these situations. Which also basically he proves my point that I said that he looks at everybody he surrounds himself with as flunkies. See, Corey is a very egotistical and narcissistic person, and he's had a taste of the Hollywood life. So he likes to associate himself with people that he feels are flunkies and are beneath him because that makes him feel better about himself. This guy has deep-seated issues. So he feels like he was too big to call Zoe. What I'm going to call him for? He's my subordinate. He's beneath me. I'm not calling him. Besides the shit that happened with Grady, so no, I'm not calling that nigga. I'm the man. It's the Corey Holcomb 5150 show. Not the Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams 5150 show. It's the Corey Holcomb. So he's really exposing himself on all levels.
All the stuff I did wrong. Somebody said I called Zoe the weakest link. Well, listen, up until now, weak shit had been done. It's not the money. It is what people do that I respect. I promise you, I am not.
So it's not the money, it's what people do that you respect. But now you're singing a new tune after he dropped off the money. And as it pertains to the lawyer situation, like I said, there's nothing that he could do to rectify that because it's dead. Case closed. The lawyers don't need no information from Zoe. He ducked them and they left it alone. So again, he's exposing himself.
Chasing no amount of money. I'm not rich, but I feel like I'll get there one day. And if I don't, I have fun trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
I think all the things that were said.
Put up a little bit more, RZA. I want you in that camera shot. That motherfucker got his head dog licked. That looked so good. RZA sharp, boy. You walked in on something. We was talking about something that happened with brother Zoe.
Okay.
Zoe,
I feel like it's good news.
Yeah, it's good news.
You.
Me and Zoe fell out. You know a little bit about it. And today, even though he didn't stay, he dropped off a check for $10,000.
Oh, that's
good. Yeah. And you clap without even nobody even caring. Yeah.
I just love seeing our brothers do the right thing for each other. That's all I care about.
But yeah, half a bird with that, man. We send that back to Chicago.
Don't try to help Craig because real street niggas know if they been watching this shit, ain't no real street niggas fucking with Corey. Because if you snitch on your mans for cheating on their wife, real street niggas don't want shit to do with you because they know once them people get us in that back room, you gonna tell, you gonna snitch about that half a bird. You definitely gonna snitch about that half a bird if you gonna tell that a nigga was cheating on his wife and you ain't under no kind of pressure. You know, it wasn't shit on the line for you to keep that secret. So if you facing prison time, them niggas know you gonna snitch. They know you gonna come out that back room reeking of Newports and chicken wing juice. This nigga beard gonna be smelling like Newports and chicken wing juice. Don't help Craig. Leave it alone.
But what I'm saying is, somebody said last week I called, or whatever week that was, I called Zoe the weakest link. At the time when I said that, that is how I really felt. That is how I felt because of.
No, you was just butthurt, my nigga. Because if it wasn't about the money can't make you feel like he's not the weakest link if it wasn't about the money to begin with. So you should still feel like Zoe is the weakest link if it truly was not about the money, which we all know is bullshit. You're just a habitual goalpost mover. But on another note, I'm not trying to be divisive or cause dissension amongst brothers, but I gotta say it because it's Real Spit TV and it's how I truly feel. If Zoe steps foot in that studio again, in my humble opinion, he will prove Corey right, or that weakest link claim will have some validity to it. Because once you've been disrespected as a man, once you've been disrespected to the degree that Corey disrespected Zoe, that he's been disrespecting Zoe, you got to either put hands on that nigga or you just got to sever all ties and excommunicate him. Because he has pegged you. First of all, he called you the weakest link, right? And he just completely emasculated you. And this is one of the few situations in which it's good to have an ego. Now, y'all gonna see me preach against having an ego and the ego problem with black men in the black community. But there are a few situations in which it is healthy to have an ego. Because an ego, especially if you don't have self-worth and self-esteem, your ego will protect you from putting up with certain shit. Like, you might be in a situation with a woman, or if you're a woman, you might be in a situation with a man, and they might be on some bullshit. And you might really want to be with this person, but they do something and your ego kicks in and they say, look, I don't give a fuck how much I like this motherfucker. I'm not letting them do that to me. They not getting that off on me. They can get that off on somebody else. They ain't getting that off on me. I got too much pride. It's certain situations in which pride and ego is healthy. And this is an example. Hopefully Zoe has a healthy ego in which it will prevent him from going back on Corey's show. If Zoe wants to go back on Corey's show, cool. That's, more power to him. That's his prerogative. But me, myself, personally, I would never go back on this nigga's show. I know Corey just did Zoe's show. I'm gonna probably do it. I might do a video on that. I don't know. But this is one of those rare cases in which it's good to have a healthy ego.
Things that had happened. Now that efforts have been made toward me, I make efforts toward the people who make efforts toward me. Zoe obviously made an effort toward me today, and I appreciate it. And who I am will show. I don't have to explain shit about whatever the fuck. Who I am will show. Zoe made an effort toward me. I'll make efforts towards Zoe, as I have in the beginning. And now I can do it in a way where I don't feel stupid doing it, because I feel like he made real efforts toward me. In the past, I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, you got me with that one shit. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga sound like my baby mama with them effort shit. Like, it'll be times when me and my baby mama was broke up, and she'll be like, nah, you got to show me something, because I ain't going to be the only one, making the effort to do something. You ain't going to have me feeling like a fool, and I'm the only one. That nigga sound like my baby mama with that effort shit. He made efforts towards me, so now I can make efforts towards him. Now I can show him sides of myself that I've never shown him before. This shit is weird as hell.
Now I don't feel that way because I feel like the brother stepped toward me. Right? So
that don't sound like no alpha male shit, my nigga. I'm just let you know. Now I feel like he's made efforts towards me. Like, that's some of the most effeminate shit I've ever heard come out of a man's mouth speaking about another man.
I'm here for Zoe now. But at the time when I said the weakest link, I meant that. Now, what I have to say about Zoe is, your efforts toward me, I will make even more efforts towards you to show you different things I feel like you need to know as you show me things that You feel like I need to know. And that
nigga sound like that nigga sound like a nigga's baby mama when a nigga start getting this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't working, niggas ain't helping out around the house, and she put the nigga out. So the nigga get a little job or some shit. She like, now you've shown me that you are willing to take the necessary steps as a man to, you know, strengthen our relationship. I'm willing to take the necessary steps. That's what the nigga sound like. All right, that's all I'm gonna do on this episode. You know, I ain't gonna drag it on too long. It ain't gonna be no part 2 on this. But like I said, I might do one on the you know, him going on the Zoe show yesterday. I think somebody sent me that link, so I might do that and get that out to y'all as soon as possible. I might try to work on that tomorrow for y'all. But like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Real Spit TV, YouTube ain't promoting my videos, so I got to try to capitalize on trending shit like this, because yeah, they ain't been promoting my videos. So make sure you support the channel if you like the content, if you rock with the content, if you want to see the channel grow. Make sure y'all do y'all part to support the channel. Zion Amari, Real Spit TV, I'm out.